Frequently asked questions when it comes down to making a wig. I use dome caps. This is how it comes out of the package. I buy my dome caps wholesale. The average person's head size is a 22 circumference. This is the circumference that I always use most of the time. People always ask, oh, do you sew on the band? Like this part? Yes, I do. I do go through both sides. That doesn't prevent the band from stretching. That doesn't prevent the wig from stretching. That's why it's important to know your measurements and to do your measurements and to know your client's head size and to know your head size. So when you put the cap on this head, this canvas head, when you do it, you're not going to just start making your wig like this. You always have to stretch it down completely. And do that. Make sure it's kind of even though. So at this point, your wig block should be looking like this. Proceed with applying your lace. You can see me through here. This is a light brown lace. This lace will go with anyone's skin tone. Tint the lace, or you want to use makeup, foundation, whatever products that you use that works for you, you use that. The two important measurements is the circumference. So disrespectful. The two important measurements is the circumference and from the front of the head to the nape of the neck. If you are new to this, it's important to do the front of the head to the nape of the neck because you need to know exactly where you need to put your frontal. But if you've been making wigs for a while, you already know that you should not be putting the frontal directly on the cap. You need to bring it up about ½ an inch anyway, because when you apply a frontal, you're not putting it on your hairline. So you need to bring it up just a little bit to where the frontal will actually lay on their head or on your head. And you're gonna pin that right there. And you're gonna go to the back, pin that down as well. And you're gonna pin down the sides. And when you're pinning down the sides, you're just gonna come straight down just like that. You're not gonna pull it back. You're not gonna pull it all the way up here. You're not gonna pull it way up here. You're just gonna lay the frontal exactly where it's laying at. Directly straight down, just like that. Straight down. Straight down. Now what you're going to do is outline where the lace is at. But your line should look straight like this, and your frontal is going to be in this area. Now, you're just going to start laying your tracks from side to side. And the reason why your wig will fit perfectly fine, even when you're sewing on the band, is because you're not even going to use this part anymore. This is getting cut out completely. So that's going to allow your wig to just fit exactly how it needs to fit. It's not like you're sewing all on this and you're keeping this inside of your wig. This is getting cut off. So once you cut this off, your wig is going to just fit naturally how it's supposed to fit. You're not going to sew a track here, 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 here. When you sew those tracks so close together, it's going to make your wig shrink. It's going to make your cap shrink because the setting that I sew on, it's a zigzag setting. So let's just say we put a track right here. Then we put another track right on top of it. What it's going to do is grab up the wig and it's going to get smaller and smaller. when you're doing a wig with the sewing machine, you have to space the tracks out. Not huge spaces, but you need to space it out because that's going to allow your wig to have more elasticity and just, it's going to fit perfectly exactly how it should. And you're just going to keep doing this from side to side. Keep the same consistency, keep the same amount of spaces in between. When you've gotten all of your lines like this and you get up here to this U shape, you're just going to go from side to side, straight across. And that's it. This is what you call doubling your wefts. When you see me holding the tracks together underneath the machine like so, that's what I'm doing. I'm doubling the wefts. If you're paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm not stretching the cap. This is stretching the cap. You don't want to do that. That is going to be very critical when it comes down to making your wig. You want your wig to just be flat. All I'm doing is just smoothing out the surface and allowing the sewing machine to stitch the hair into the cap. I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about what's back here. I'm just worried about my focus point, which is this area at this moment. And you're just going to smooth it out, lay the track, and stitch. Using the sewing machine is like driving a car. You have to turn the cap. You have to let the wefts know where you want them to lay. Once again, I'm not stretching the cap. All I'm doing is moving this flat out the way and laying my tracks down. You can cut the weft before or after. I just like to do it before because it's a little bit easier. And you're going to back stitch 2 times. That was once. Twice. The wig still stretches. These spaces allow the wig to still stretch. I flip the wig inside out on the canvas head just so you can see the details and the stitchings of this wig that I made. This is what practice and hard work will give you. Bomb results. on this frontal. And if you made your wig properly, this will be perfection at this point. I did not go above this line. Place the frontal right in front of the tracks. Right in front. And from this point, you're just going to sew your frontal down. Needle and thread, just basic needle and thread that you do your regular sew-ins with. This is the same pattern that I showed you guys on my detailed frontal install. I'll attach that link below just in case you didn't see it, or just in case you need a reminder of how to do it. And from this point, you're going to move on to the styling process. That'll be my next video. See you on that one. Bye-bye.